Hey everyone! It's been quite some time since the last Tub video I made. As a person who creates a variety content that has many people from different fan bases view my videos, it becomes a bit tedious to balance it all. I apologize. In celebration of Tub's new album Dreamcatcher, let's rewind back to Ear Candy so I can rank all the songs in Ear Candy, as I really enjoyed it when it released. This is just my personal opinion and you are free to disagree. I don't necessarily dislike any song in the album, just some may not be as interesting or enjoyable to me. Now, let's not wait any further and let's dive straight into it. So starting with the first song in the album, Earthbound, I should probably state that every song in this album has a music video that comes with it. It won't be a part of the grade and rather bonus points if I think the music video is good. I will say that while making this video I found out Tub actually didn't use Ear Candy beats raw and just made beats from YouTube, which is quite impressive. When I first listened to the song, I suppose I didn't find it that interesting as it was the second lowest in my ranking of the album. But revisiting it 1 year later, I find it to be much more good and I appreciate it a ton more. It's not on my repeat like other songs in the album, but I appreciate it for what it is and the music video is not too bad. Solid A tier. The next song after the opening is Airhead, and surprisingly this was actually the lowest of my ranking in the album. But before you throw pitchforks at me, that was a year ago, so things are different now. This was actually Tub's original favorite song prior to Earthbound and had an anime girl intro that was cut from the song. Not gonna lie, it was probably the best decision to cut it out, as it is pretty cringe, as Gunnar believes also. Although I think that it would work well as a promotional snippet for the album. Overall, I'd say the beat is better than Earthbound, but the vocals, The alien costume is pretty silly though, so I'll put in B tier. Much better after revisiting it. Up next is Starburst, and it's pretty unique from the first three, and also is the first feature of the album. Flumi is a pretty good addition onto the album, and they are actually a very small artist that definitely deserves to be mentioned. They make pretty neat music, so go check them out if you get the time. As for the song itself, another B tier song, and the music video is a little funny. Imagine seeing a man in the playground in the middle of the night just dancing. But truly, this is a nice and cute song, so I say it's below Airhead, but still an enjoyable listen. Okay, now we're getting into the real juicy songs, let me tell you. This song is one of my favorite instant on repeats from when the album dropped. It's a very enjoyable song, and let's get this right out of the way, it's S tier. There's so many elements that make this an enjoyable song for me. Not only the good vocals, but the amazing beats, and even to the Mario 64 painting audio, which is not only funny, but actually makes it so much better. It fits so well with the entire vibe of the song. There's also the choppy, glitchy sound that comes with the intro of the song that makes it so good. There's even more bonus points for the music video, probably one of my favorites. It's so flashy, but it's such a fun music video and pretty enjoyable to see. When I heard this in premiere with everyone else, this is what hooked me on the album. Besides Overdose, but we'll get to that soon. Following that, we have Ugly, which is another on-repeat song for me and is much more kind of a downer song. It's still a banger though, let me get that straight. Tub's deep voice really works well for this song, and he even said it himself in behind the scenes video. The hardstyle part is definitely a highlight, and Gunnar's mixing with the song was also really good. I enjoyed it, and it's another on-repeat song, but it's not on the level of Sugarfish in my opinion. The music video is really good though. I think it's worth mentioning that Tub's outfits really match well with the scenery of these music videos. Top of A tier. Higher than Earthbound, and I suppose we'll see if we can get any higher than that in A tier. I think I should get this out of the way now. The trilogy from Sugarfish through Tommy Lee is one of the best Tub 3-track runs ever. Definitely the best of this album. There's other good tracks on the album, don't get me wrong, but these 3 tracks are so different yet so good. Now onto Tommy Lee itself, it makes it very hard for me to decide what my favorite song in the album is. This is a fucking banger. It has that funk vibe to it, and I think it's a really well done song. It's short yet sweet, and also the intro of the music video with Tub putting on a Snorlax backpack goes so hard for no reason. He cooked with this one, and technically it has a sequel to Madza, but we'll probably get to that in the future. Overall, another S tier song, as now I don't really know what's better, Tommy Lee or Sugarfish. I'm not gonna lie, this one is a few misses on the album. I'm sure this might have been personal to him, but to me, I don't really enjoy the song. No album is perfect though. Okay, maybe there's a few I could mention, but still. Also, this is his first album, and I am a big Tub fan, but I have to be kind of realistic here. The melody is nice, the vocals are alright, the music video is cool I guess, but it just really ain't there for me. I don't know how I put this over Earthbound and Airhead, but looking back, this just ain't it. I could see other songs being on repeat for me, even though not all of them were, but this one, not really. D tier. And hey, you're free to like the song, I'm not saying you have bad taste if you do, but this just ain't it for me. So, Cherry Soda is the first single from Ear Candy and the first song after breaking popularity, and I think that everyone is gonna expect what I'll say for the song. 2 years later, and it ain't all that. It's Tub's most streamed song and the most popular on the album, but I think even he can agree there are better songs than it. It's kind of overrated, not gonna lie. I find it enjoyable, but there's so much better songs on the album. I don't really got much that hasn't already been said. The beat is nice, but it personally was never my style. C tier personally. I never gave it a repeat after listening to it, but I can't say the same for the next one. Overdose is the 9th song on the album and the second single that dropped prior to Cherry Soda. It's far better than Cherry Soda and probably was the first song that I had on repeat from Tov. Sorry, Corazon. I'll pay my respects to you in time. I'd say the song gives me that Tommy Lee vibes, but not entirely. They're almost on the same kind of level. This beat is so peak and Tov's vocals are even better. Also, he did a freestyle in the BTS video. I'm not gonna lie, it's still pretty good. Still stands the test of time today as a good song. Tov's suit in the music video and the cover art is actually so good and matches with the song pretty well. S tier song, below Sugarfish and Tommy Lee though. Mars kinda feels like a sequel to Overdose as it really continues the whole drug usage thing the previous song begun. First feature from Gunner and it's not that bad of a song. I think it's kind of an outlier between the song that comes before and after. It was on my repeat for a while and I think it's a banger, but I really don't have much to say about it. It's not bad, but it's not super great either. I think this is just gonna be another C tier for me since I don't really have much to say about this one. Wow is all I can say for this one. It's a beautiful one, truly. This might be my favorite song or it might be the best one. One thing is for sure, it's definitely the most personal one to me. The music video is also beautiful. I love the rain aesthetic added onto the song. The instrumental is just a masterpiece and Tov's vocals serve it justice entirely. I think the only Tov song ever that got me this personal besides this one is Honey, which we'll cover in a future Tov video. That one is so good. The shot of Tov driving in the car in the rain is also very neat. Pretty neat song, probably the last one on the album that is on my repeat for the longest time and I loved it dearly. Top of S tier, likely the best of them all. From here, the songs kind of begin to become uninteresting to me as the album ends. Nothing bad, but I won't really have much to say about these final songs. The mixing is nice, but all I can really give is just compliments about the music video. I can see why some people like this, but I never really gave it that much attention after listening to it for the first time. C tier, and it's not because I dislike it, it's just because I don't have that much interest on it. Okay, this one is pretty neat. Lost is the 13th and penultimate track on the album, and I think it's a pretty good step up from Proud. I think the intro is a nice remedy and the music video is pretty good. One of the better ones of the album. Tov's vocals doing the song justice once again. It's a sweet song that gives a bit of the vibes that Alone gave. Of course, the climax of the song is another great point of mention in the song. Honestly, I'd be perfectly fine if this was the final song of the album. However, it isn't. In general, I think this is a B tier song. Enjoyable experience, but kinda didn't give it that much listens past the drop though. And lastly, we have the 14th and final track of the album. I think it's a nice song, not too shabby, kinda low rating from my first watch, but in retrospect I enjoyed it a ton more. This is his first song with the Scream, I believe. The train tracks area for the final music video is also a pretty cool idea, and I think it looks nice. Some of the vocals sound so heat with the chopping and when he says, I was originally gonna rate this a B tier, probably the same as Lost, but I think the Scream is a good part that elevates the song to A tier. I suppose that's the perfect way to end off the album. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first Tov video I made in quite a while, and right now I'm writing this in the middle of the night, so yeah, I'm pretty enthusiastic about this. I still enjoy Ear Candy to this day, and I think he evolved a ton from them, but this is still worth revisiting. It was always a part of my plan to make this video, so it's good to finally be done with that. As for future Tov videos, I'm not quite sure. Probably a tier list of his 2023 singles, or Dreamcatcher, or SLM. Dreamcatcher is probably my new favorite Tov album that has so many of my favorite songs. We'll have to see. As for my next video, well, let's just say Nico and me might be screwed when the video drops. Anyways, thanks for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya!